Hi, how are you today? Well, today we're going to talk about reading section of the IBT TOEFL, and we're going to talk about in more detail. Okay, and the reason why is because we want to tell you guys how to do the reading properly. Okay? Because a lot of people I know, they do the reading, they just answer the question, it doesn't really work out. Okay? So as I mentioned before, we're going to do it a little bit differently, okay? And today we're going to cover several things. Okay? First of all, today's lesson is going to be about the simple reading methodology or simple reading methods. Okay? Take a look. Okay? Now, before we start, I need you guys all have, guess what? Pen or pencil available because you're going to need it during this. Okay? I need you to take notes on the key points that I'm going to be making about TOEFL, especially reading. Okay? We're going to cover several things. First one we're going to cover is the outline format. I'm going to show you how to outline. Okay? From the very basics. Okay? Some of you guys are upper level, some of you guys are not. I'm going to presume that you're not because even though if you listen to it one more time, it might be really good for you anyways. I'm going to go over the outline format. We're going to also go over previewing methods. Okay? Now you're like asking yourself, what is previewing? Okay, in TOEFL reading, you need to preview some things. Okay, because the thing is that it's a 20-minute test per paragraph passage. Okay? You only have 1 hour to do 3 passages, 20 minutes each. Okay? So we're gonna have to do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna show you how to do speed reading methods. Okay? I'm gonna show you what the differences are between glancing, skimming, and scanning. We're gonna go through each section. Okay? You guys probably heard about this, right? But it's a little different when you actually see it. Okay? The other thing is we're going to talk about is I'm going to ask you guys to do something a little bit different. Okay? Normally when you do reading, you only do reading, right? Well, today we're going to go over reading and I'm going to show you guys do a summary writing. Okay? Why do you need summary writing? I'll tell you a little bit detail why. Okay? Let's go on. Okay, let's go through the outline format. Okay, now the outline format, a lot of people do it differently. The teachers teach differently for each different areas. Okay, but I'm going to teach you the correct way of doing it. Okay, because you're going to use this out through not just TOEFL, for any other test or for your academic subject. And this outlining is really important. You're going to use it here in reading. You're also going to use it in, guess what? Listening. So here we go. The method I'm going to teach you today is called, I call it TLLR, or basically it's top left to lower right methods. Okay, it's an angular method. Okay, and I call it TLLR. Okay, it's David's way of saying TLLR. Okay, and the thing is, the reason why is we're going to start with the main idea. Okay, so you're going to ask yourself, what is the main idea? Okay. The funny thing is the main idea consists of several things. Okay, the entire passage, whatever you're reading, has one large main idea. Okay, and then each paragraph has its own main idea. Okay, today we're going to be talking about each paragraph main idea. Okay, and the reason why is because the TOEFL normally it's around 5 to 7 paragraphs long. Okay, for one passage. Okay. Each paragraph has one main idea. Only one. Not 2, not 3, not 1. Just one. Okay? It has one main idea. Okay? And it has details in it. Okay? So I need you to take notes like this. Main idea is what the whole paragraph is talking about. Why is this paragraph there? What is the author's point of writing this paragraph? That's the main idea. Now, right below the main idea, it's going to talk about the details about what? The main idea. We call that, there you go, major detail. Okay? Now, major details are details about the main idea. Only about the main idea. Okay? Now, right after they talked about some type of detail, they're going to go into a little bit more detail about that detail, major detail. And we call that, boom, here we go, minor detail. Okay? Now minor details are basically information about the major detail. Not about the main idea, but about the major detail. Okay? Are you guys confused? I'm going to show you an example later. Okay? But let me just hang in there. Okay? Let me explain to you. So it's like a little tree, doesn't it? Okay? Then, whatever the minor detail we're talking about, is something that's going to examples or illustrations that might support the minor detail is called a supporting detail. Okay? And those supporting details are really, really important. Not really for TOEFL, but for regular stuff. Okay? I'm going to tell you why TOEFL really doesn't really care about supporting details. Okay? But it is important that we know about the supporting detail. Okay? So if you look at this whole thing, doesn't it look like an angle? So it kind of works ways down, doesn't it? Yeah, it worked way down, right? It's an angle. So basically the supporting detail supports the minor detail. The minor detail supports the major detail. Major detail supports the main idea. Okay, that's how it goes. Okay? This is how you should take notes. Why not just take it down straight across down? Well, you have no idea what information relates to what. Okay? Let's continue. I'll give you an example of this, okay? Everyone, here you go. Okay, David was born in Vancouver. Okay? He enjoys reading books and learning about history. Okay? History gives him joy, and he is interested in the past. The past teaches him to be a better person. Great. Is this information true? I don't know, okay? Honestly, I really don't like reading books, but the thing is, I wanted to use this because as an example. Okay, so here we go. So if you take a look at the first sentence, David was born in Vancouver, okay? What do you think this whole thing is talking about? David from Vancouver, right? Correct. Okay, so that's going to be the main idea of the whole paragraph, right? So let's see, that's going to be the main idea. Okay, David, Vancouver. Great. Okay. Second thing is, then let's continue reading. He enjoys reading books and learning about history. Okay. A lot of you guys might not, but David seems to. Okay. So he says, okay, fine. So about David Vancouver, what is it talking about? He likes to read, learn history. Great. That's supporting the main idea. It's talking about David. Okay. Let's continue. History gives him joy. He is interested in the past. Are we talking about David, Vancouver? Or are we talking about the history? Yes, we're talking about history. So it follows below the major detail. It goes under minor detail. It's called joy of past. Doesn't it? Right? Now you can see that if you backwards up, you go, joy of past is about learning and reading and learning about history. Reading and learning about history is about David. Okay? Now let's go down one more time. Continue. The past teaches him to be a better person. Okay? Now, what is that talking about? Is that talking about history teaches him to be a better person? Yes. But it's supporting what? The joy of past. Right? So basically now it's talking about the better person being a supporting detail, right? It's giving an illustration, right? Why history gives him joy, okay? And why he's interested in it. So now you can see how the angles form. Boom, 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 boom. Great. Okay? This is an effective outline. Okay? Now I need you guys to do an outline for reading for the lesson purposes, okay? Later on, during the testing, I'm going to show you guys how to eliminate. You don't have to write all these down for each paragraph because you're going to find out I don't have time to do that, teacher. Every time I try to do it your way, I run into, I can't finish the question. I finished like maybe 11 questions and have 2 questions left over. I couldn't do it, right? It's true. It's time. Okay? I'm going to go into that, how to fix that problem later. Okay? But let's continue. Okay? Because we're still going over how to note take and how to skim, scan, and glance. Okay?